Okay, I think there's a delay on my end, so hold on one second.
Oh, let me approve that.
I think there's a delay on my end, so hold on one second. We're live.
Hello, hello, hello.
It's me again. This is live number 2 today. But it's been really cool. So I've had a good day, and we're gonna have a nice little chit chat tonight. So I introduce and welcome Nicole to the live tonight. And Nicole, this was your idea to talk about these topics tonight, and you've been feeling them in your life and bringing more of it. And I've been pretty consistent, for the past couple years. I mean, it's always a matter of like you fall off and you get back on, and now it's just a matter of how quickly you can get back on when you fall off, right? So
Exactly.
yeah. So if you want to just like
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to do this with you. So thank you for doing it with me. I just I feel like last year, I mean, you and I touched base throughout the year last year. We started working together last year. Last year, I feel like I dropped 1,050 pounds of emotional baggage. You know what I mean? So I really did my like healing journey 2020, and this year is all about living my best life, healthily, abundantly, and truthfully, authentically. I can go on and on and on.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to dive in. I really feel the same with 2020. Like that was a freaking detox year. It was a cleanse. I mean, for everybody, and like raise your hand, show some love if you feel that way too, no matter how your perspective is on that. If you could pull the positive perspective of 2020, just like a rainy day, I would say it's a cleanse.
2020 forced everybody to be with themselves. Whether you were quarantined, whether you started working from home, it forced everybody to have themselves time. I took it to a level of extreme, and I started doing Reiki, I started doing meditation, yoga, things like that. But literally 2020, hopefully in 25 years, it will be the awakening year. Like it was, everybody stopped, slowed down, and really was with themselves. Had to, right?
The whole world.
The whole world on a multiple month level basis. Like I've been working from home now almost a year. Like just even those little things of just separating, getting, I mean, find your tribe, people.
I did the same. I think that, I was lucky to still have my 9 to 5 job. I am so lucky to still have my 9 to 5 job that I'm able to like, my schedule definitely shifted, right? But like, I switched my mindset to like, okay, if I'm going to be home, if I'm going to have this flexibility, like don't get me started. At first I was so excited. I was going to set the room up with the twins in the dining room, and I had all the things, and then like shit hit the fan.
Like it got real fast.
real fast. Dude, I mean, I could go on. But the moral of my 2020 was that I took massive action. I failed in the beginning in the first quarter, and then I kind of figured it out. I mean, I wasn't going to give up. Like, I mean, anybody resilient up in here, right? You've been knocked down and you get back up, right? Put some Cardi B on. Get up 10, Cardi B.
I love that.
Yeah. So I brought in a new level. And here's that quote: next level, new devil.
Yep.
Just because you make a decision and you commit to living this life doesn't mean that when you level up that it's going to be sunshines and rainbows. Get ready.
Roller coasters of emotions, detoxes, higher vibrations. That's my new thing, is we vibrate, like you vibrate higher and you vibrate stronger. And what does that do when you feel in real life a vibration? You want to back off of it. You don't want to lean into it most times. Now here I am, I'm leaning into it, and I couldn't be happier. Like even the detoxing this past week, of just having to heal. That's another thing, is like 2020 healed for a lot. Like a lot of people got sick a lot, but there was some internal healing going on with a lot of people. Like a lot of people experienced awakenings like last year. Things happened last year. Like I can't even put into words. So like talking about it, finding my throat chakra a little bit more this year is my purpose. You know what I mean? I'm ready to talk about it, and I'm ready to show the walk. My biggest fear right now is people thinking that a lifestyle is a fake image, when really it's just showing up. Like we say, you know, there's an older generation, and I would love if any of my people, I shared the video, but watching it, if you could explain the 20-year difference, how we went from corporate, industrial, and that, because it's tying in so much this year.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I was on a webinar and this was thrown to me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's it right there. So the idea is that if we can take you back in time to starting 20, 40, 60, right? So let's go with 1980 to the year 2000, right? So that was the year of that was the industrial age. That was mass manufacturing. That was convenience packaging, commercialized everything, right? Okay. Year 2000 to 2020, right? This is the information age, right? This is when technology was booming and you were just being thrown information left and right. World Wide Web was at your fingertips, right? And then here we are, year 2020, and let's fast forward another 20 years into 2040, and this is the age of impact.
Amen.
This is the age where you have all of this information at your fingertips, but what's really going to stand out, make it, is that impact, right? So here we are trying to make an impact on our own lives and turn it into something that we want it to be, right? Like if we don't like living that way, we can live this way. 2020 was like an eye opener for all of us. Hey, nobody likes it. What are you going to do about it?
Everybody
Right?
had to change in some way.
Yes.
Everyone's world changed upside down in some way last year, and we adapted and we did it. Everybody as a whole world, we did it. You mentioned impact age, which is, okay, the older generation, they don't really get the social media. They don't get the relationships that we're building, or why would you want to post that? Oh my gosh. And it's like, because if I have one person in my inbox that it helped, I posted that for a reason.
Yeah.
Impact, sharing my story, opening up the throat chakra in a good way.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I don't know if I did this on a live before and she was with me, and I love referring to this as Lori's story. Lori is my boyfriend, Scott. That's his mom. And she is, I claim her as my mother-in-law. We're not married, but that is my earth angel. I've got another mother, figure here. And she walked into my life, and it was, and both of us had this, really angelic, powerful, thing about us. So when I found Scott and got into this relationship, I was free. I had left my story, I had left an abusive relationship. I got on my own for the year of 2017, and I took that year to really dive into me. He came 4 months after, pushed him away because too good to be true, right? Well, he's amazing. We're going strong. But he gave me the freedom to really open up and to be myself. And so I did. And so I started sharing my story very vulnerably, very authentically on freaking public Facebook, right? I was talking about narcissistic abuse and gaslighting and verbal and emotional. I had a show in a group page called But He Didn't Hit Me, because that was my story for 4 years. Oh, I'm just in this shitty ass relationship, and but he doesn't hit me, right? Until he did. And when I was able to share my story like that, Scott's mom heard that. She was watching my videos. They are watching. People are watching. They may not like, they may not comment, they may not share it from the rooftops, but it's making an impact because they're listening, they're watching.
Mm-hmm.
And Mother's Day 2 years ago, she phoned Scott and told him that she had been living in a very physically abusive relationship for a decade with this man. And because I mean, mine wasn't even that bad. I mean, he didn't break my bones.
Yeah.
She has a very powerful story. And because I spoke up and shared my story online and I instilled the hope of what's possible on the other side. Hell yeah, I'm going to share that. I'm going to share it until I can share it like this and my voice doesn't shake anymore. And now it actually, it gets a little deeper, it gets a little firmer because I've gotten more confident with it. But yeah, in the beginning, I was wearing a lot of makeup and just anything to overcompensate because I was feeling insecure. I wasn't sure of myself, but that's the beautiful process.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, feeling full, feeling gratitude. I don't think that people realize enough their actions on a daily basis, whether it be to your barista at Starbucks or the person that's waiting on you. Everybody deserves a little patience. Everybody deserves a little kindness. So if you're having a bad day, the projection needs to stay within, right? I'm all about taking a breath. What if that person on the other end is having a bad day? We all go through it, right? We all will love and accept them no matter what. You have a bad day. My thing is trying to, if you're not living abundantly, trying to get that fullness, trying to get that gratitude to where you don't have to necessarily show it every day, but you live with it.
It's a
You sleep
vibe.
better at night. You literally sleep better at night.
Yeah.
Wake up and be thankful that you opened your eyes. We open 2 presents every morning, and that's our eyes. So be thankful for it. And both of us coming from a domestic violence relationship, I can say to this day, as of right now, March 4th, 2021, over 99% of the people that I knew 6 to 10 years ago do not know this person I am today. Whether it be family, whether it be friends, whether it be coworkers, they didn't get that best version of me. And I apologized in my own way for that. I've forgiven myself, but from here on out, nobody's not going to get the best version of me. And I'm not saying that I'm done, because we're never done, right? We're always growing. We're always healing. We're always going to have ups and downs. The way I handle it has gotten a lot better. The way that you approach it has gotten a lot better by breath work, by meditation, by Reiki. I just want people in general, anybody near, far, other country or not, to wake up with love each day and love that they're here. So honestly, sharing my message this year is just really, really important, because at the time of when I was in a domestic violence relationship and then getting out of that and going to alcohol and going to Xanax and going through some psychosis, literally, of just mixing the two, there was some nights where some people would say, like, I'm surprised that you were still like mixing the two, both suppressants, like, and this is the first time I'm actually admitting it, like, out there, like I had a problem. And the only way that I was going to fix that problem was to leave everything behind and start new.
Yep.
So I just want to be somewhat of a vision to people that if you're in that circumstance, it can happen. It can change. I'm 6 years in right now, and it's still bumpy.
Yeah. Next level, new devil. There's always going to be something. It's life. It's
I
always going to be throwing you something. What do
and
you,
I
what's
don't
your
think that I
vibe to
started
react?
touching on it until about 4 years ago. And that was when I really had my breakdown. Like I was home. I flew home probably 3 or 4 times the first year I was here. I didn't want to be here. I wanted to be back there.
Wow.
I didn't want to
Wow.
change for a minute.
That's growth right there.
And now I'm going on, I haven't been there in almost 3 years
Yeah.
because I needed to step away. And I know the people that love me there totally understand that. And I still keep in contact with till this day.
So what's next for you? What are you creating now?
I am creating me.
Yeah.
I've last year I healed and I opened up to this new world, and I'm recreating me
Yeah.
and what makes me happy. And I'm gonna do it. Like I said today, like I feel so good today. I got up, I did my apple cider vinegar shot. I had a spinach, banana, blueberry shake. Like I feel good. I'm putting good things into my body, and I'm going to project good things out of my body.
Yes. Put good
Intake,
in, get good
outtake.
out. Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Yep. And this would, here's another layer, right? We're not just physical bodies, right? Spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, right? You can be healing one aspect, but you've got 3 more to go, right? Like, where are we tapping in when we're talking about healing emotions, right? Traumas from our past that we just have shoved down, right? That's the idea with breath work. We bring that shit up, and it brings us to tears. And these triggers that happen when we're triggered, it feels like the first time all over again.
It does. And you want to go into defense mode. I
Yes.
want to go into bed, and I don't want to get up, and I don't want to eat, and I don't want to talk to anybody. But I'm telling you what, old self, because new self today, I'm getting up, I'm going to work, I'm going about my day.
So what do you do when new self is here and you just got you came out of bed, you stepped on a tack, I don't know, you bumped your head, you're like, what do you do?
I go to my spirituality and my faith.
Okay.
That's the first thing that I go to. And honestly, I don't know if you've heard of this, but zipping up or for Reiki, like zipping up for the day, trying to zip yourself up in your little bubble so you don't, because now that I was attuned to Reiki, and people can do this on their own, like you can attune yourself to energies. When you walk into a room or you spend significant time, oh my God, it is exchangeable. It is receivable. It's overwhelming.
Whether it's a high vibration or a low vibration, the universe doesn't care. It's whatever you are surrounded by. Yeah,
Absolutely.
we call it shielding instead of zipping, but we call it shielding. And it's much like, I mean, most of it, if my friend Kim today, I mean, she's got the NA book, the AA book, the Bible, right? Law of attraction. Like, we're saying different words, but we're talking about the same thing.
Same thing. Yes. Yes. Even the older generations are realizing that now more and more is my dad, he was an alcoholic. He's been a recovering alcoholic 34, 35 years. He still says to this day that the 12 steps should be taught in school. Like some type of higher power spirituality. Because what do I do when I'm feeling down? I go outside. I look at the sun. I feel the sun. I feel the grass. I try to do that as much as possible. You know, I fell off my routine the past couple of weeks. So getting back on a routine this week has been a little bit roller coastery. Yeah. But I mean, routine is, if you're a person that thrives off routine, like keep going, sister, because I'm the same way. Like Keep me in a routine all day, every day, and I'll stay focused.
Yes, yes. Be like a horse and put your blinders on, right?
Yeah.
Like that's what it is because there's so many distractions now. And if you want to create the life that you deserve, the life that you desire, you've got to stay in your lane. You've got to stay focused. You've got to know also that like you're going to get sideswept. Okay. They're coming for you. Stay in your lane. Stay on this vibration. Don't let others, that negative energy penetrate your aura, right?
Yeah.
Shield, zip up. You are like this freaking dome around you. That's what I teach my kids, right? If you can extend your arms, this is your aura right here. And when I'm talking to them, I say it in stories because our brains are hardwired. We love to hear stories. Share your story as often as you can. Share
Yeah.
many stories. We're all going to see ourselves in your story, right? So I was telling my kids, like, your energy, they'll come at me. I'm like, do not with your energy like that. Nope. You cannot. And I'll describe it like somebody at work to me, like this guy, he came in the office today and he was just, you could tell that he was not very happy, right? Like it's energy. We all know it, right? Or hey,
Mhm.
someone came in and she was just as bubbly and happy and she just made me feel good.
Yeah.
What are you projecting? What are you emitting? You get to choose that.
I've been told like I've been told, especially when I'm finding my people and my tribe, like my energy is very noticeable.
Yeah.
So I'm just here to help other people's energy be noticeable, filled with love and light, not an energy of negative or moody, anything
Now,
like
don't get
that.
me wrong. Like, it is so easy to get in that low vibration. It's so easy to be like, oh my God, did you see what um, Becky was doing? Oh, she posted that. Can you believe that? Yeah, sister, if that's you, checkpoint,
Yeah,
like, how is that contributing? Is
right.
that paying her bills, your bills? Like, what's happening? What's the good that's coming from that? And when you're so focused and so aligned, right? Like I asked you what you did if when your day was off, right? If that comes at you because it's life and not everybody is perfect, right? But you have the choice. So to me, when a huge tangible takeaway is grab your water, chug your water. Are you not happy? Do you need a break? Go outside, chug your water. I visualize that there is a freaking waterfall like pouring down over me, and I can feel the pressure of the water on my head, right? We're talking mindfulness here, right?
Hmm.
Can you visualize that with your mind's eye, with your third eye? Can you visualize standing underneath of a waterfall as the water just pours down on you while you're chugging the water, right? And you're imagining everything, all the problems, just everything that's happening, just washing away, just washing away. And then and so be it. So it is. You get to choose. So
Yeah,
I take my water and I keep it moving.
happiness is a choice for sure. Happiness, mindfulness, abundancy, it's all a choice on how we want to live. And I think that's going to be my word for the year. It's March and I never really picked a year like word of the year, but impact is my word.
Oh, I
Like
love it.
that's my word. Word.
Oh, this is fun. This is awesome. Yeah, you had sent me that video. I don't know, it looked like it was a TED Talk, but I don't think it was. 9 steps to an abundant life. I didn't even catch the slides, like the note taker in me. This is the note taker in me. And I'm like,
Oh,
hold
I
on,
love that.
where are the slides, dude? Like I need I need a
I
list.
know.
But
I
that's
know.
okay. Like, man, she was telling stories. Did you notice that? Like, and you're
Yeah.
seeing the stories. Your mind's eye. We love that. Our imagination can run wild, but like we've been programmed and we've been living this way in this society that has just numbed us and dulled us and threw a screen in our face, right? And we're not tapping in to this power here, right? And that's that awakening. And then we do.
How would you say that you found your higher self? Like, did you ever, like that girl in the video, she walked around and she would say like, would my higher self do this? Would my higher self buy this? How did you speak into existence getting to know your higher self?
So many layers to this question, but the first thing that comes to my mind is the first time I met my higher self. The first time I met her, it was 6 years ago. The twins were one. I was at my heaviest weight. I was suicidal. I hated every aspect of my life and myself and everything. And I remember getting so fed up one day, I just started shaking like a crazy person in the bedroom. And I got so fed up with myself. And I'm just like, what am I going to do? And I literally had an adult temper tantrum. I threw myself to the floor. And then I just started doing push ups. I started doing push-ups and like I can still literally feel the crumbs of the unvacuumed carpet as I looked up into the mirror in front of me, sweat, tears, all it was nasty, okay? And I saw myself. I looked at my eyeballs in that mirror and I met myself. I met my higher self. And I wasn't going down like that. So I got up and I did more push-ups until I cried again because I could only do 3, right? And then I got on my knees and I did it again. And then I said, okay, all right, I like this. Then I put in some music and that song, it was by Highly Suspect and it's called Lydia. And I was just like jamming out and every day when the twins napped, I did push-ups. And then I got a kettlebell and I took my ass outside in the sunshine and listened. Oh my God, this is like bringing back so many memories. I put my headphones in and I was like in a sports bra, like I was trying to get a tan at the same time too. So like we were in the backyard, it was woods, nobody could see. And I would exercise outside. And that's when I physically started changing my body and mentally I became stronger. Emotionally, I became stronger. Spiritually, I became stronger. It started with that.
And that's what I hope to do this year. I hope to physically, emotionally, and mentally meet my higher self, which I know I will. So I have no doubt in that.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited for you. I'm excited to see what unfolds.
Me
You
too.
know, you are plugged in to like not only an amazing community here, right? Holistic wellness and like, you know, this was the next layer, right? When I got out of that crappy relationship and actually started taking back my power, you know, controlling what I put in my body, not what the doctor said, right? I took my health in my hands
Yep.
and I haven't looked back. And now I know myself. I know my body. I know what it feels like when, TMI, if some dudes are up in here, I know what it feels like when I'm ovulating. I know what it feels like when, like you said today, you were eating healthy foods. Keep doing that. You are going to feel your body in a way that you've never felt your body before. And it's empowering, right?
Yeah.
We put that in. We are literally a vessel for spirit, for energy to attract, right? Like we're
Absolutely.
vibrating on a higher frequency. It's energy.
Everything is energy.
Yep.
It depends on what kind of energy, but everything is energy.
Yeah. Yeah. So for anybody watching tonight, like I know you catch this vibe. I know you feel this energy. I know. I feel it too.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted this too. I remember when that dark cloud was over me. And I it's not there anymore. right?
And it's a
So
journey. Like I know I always say this, and people can air quote me journey all day, every day, and throw that out there to me. But when you're putting in the work that I am, you're not gonna diss me on it because I'm at least putting the work in.
yeah,
You know, that's one thing is finding this new self through meditation and the peacefulness. I still have to have a little bit of that badass in me too, and just be like, okay, check out. I'm not going to make everybody happy.
yeah,
I'm letting a bunch of people into my life. I'm sharing via my group that aren't even, like people that really, I'm putting it out there. So
yeah,
I know that not everything that I'm going to get in return is going to be the best, but like I said, if at least I have one person in my inbox, or they don't even have to tell me, if I at least said something or did something that helps somebody, or posted something
yep.
that helps somebody through their day, then I'm doing what I want to do.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it is a really great tool to be self-expressive and to own yourself in a very this is not easy. I mean, I think we make it look easy, but I mean, I sweat, like I get nervous to do these, right? But like I know that it makes me feel good to talk about it, to meet new people. Like you're in Arizona, I'm in Maryland. How did
Mhm.
this happen, right? Because it's 2021, sister, and this is how you make new friends. You get online and you talk about your passions, you talk about your stories, you talk about your hurts. You do the work to fill up your cup, to heal from those things, and you do it loudly because you're not the only one. Like, news flash, your traumas are not special. There's a lot of people that have dealt with that. You're
Yep.
not the only one. And when
Yep.
you own that and own what happened to you and stop making it about you anymore, right? You can let that go and you can step into your higher self. You have that choice. That's what we're doing here, right? Come on.
Yep.
we're
Preach.
we're going.
We're going,
Feels
and we're not
good.
going anywhere but up.
It feels good. It feels good.
It does.
And I'm, I am not perfect and I am not right all the time. When you know better, you do better. And readers are leaders. And I am seeking that knowledge. So I'm, an open book and I want it. Like if I'm doing something wrong or if I have to call myself out on something, make me better, please.
Exactly, and
Here
make
for
me
it.
better in a respectful and coming from a kindful, loving way. I'm not
Yeah.
surrounding myself with people anymore that are negative and borderline verbally abusive. Like
Yeah.
I dealt with that enough in my ex relationship. I don't ever need to deal with it ever again. Um, there's boundaries, and that's a big word to remember when you're dealing with people, is boundaries, whether they're new or old in your life, whether they're old and coming back in your life. Have those boundaries of just knowing that this is your space. You don't have to I don't have to let everybody into my space, right?
Right.
So that's
Yeah. So I want to share this because I love to share the side that people usually, I like to talk about the stuff that people usually don't want to talk about, right? So when you said boundaries and you're talking about friends and doing it in a healthy way, the first thing that comes to mind is I lost my best friend Aubrey, and she put up a boundary and said that I didn't serve her anymore. It wasn't good for her and I to be friends. And that was it. And I had to let that go. And she put that boundary up and I grieved for weeks of that friendship. We were very public. I met her in 2018. We did business together. We had a podcast together. Like we really were very intimately connected on this soul level of finding ourselves, and I realized that I was being codependent, right?
mhm.
And like this is the hard part of healing. Like it hurts. But like, let me tell you, after that 2 weeks of I'm too much, or I'm not enough, or I'm too loud, or what if I did this wrong and I did that wrong and woe is me. Like, okay, maybe I was for her and I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. But the sun's going to come up tomorrow and I get another chance and I get a new day. And every day we always have that opportunity to start fresh. And
Absolutely.
I remember waking up with that sunshine in my soul. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to continue to be me. And here we are, a few years later. And now I have even more friends that are high quality. Like, how can you
Asking you what your goals are, asking you what your dreams are, wanting to know about your passions and how they can help. Like, I can't just sit there and be like, well, I live to when I live, like this is just life. I'm just going to live until I die. No, do something. What are you passionate about? What do you have fire about? You want to see fire come out of me? Light me up. Talk to me about things that light each other up. Let's build each other up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, one thing I can say about me and you is we've never had a conversation about another person. Like that, I don't have friends that we sit and we talk about other people together. You know what I mean? We have too much other shit to talk about. So if you're literally seeing yourself in your group of friends and they're the gossipers and they're the like, and the drama, and there's always something going on, like there's other people out there. There's other people out there that will light your fire, literally.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good.
It
And you're
does.
challenged and, like it's exciting, it's exhilarating, it's liberating. I was going to ask you this, what your personality type is. Like some people will say, oh, that's an extrovert thing. Like I could not. Well, if you want to own that story, that's fine. Then you won't.
Right.
Okay. Think I could either, but like I think with the introvert is, and I'm full on extrovert, but because I've been talking to people, I talk to many of my friends are introverts, right? They just don't want small talk, right?
Exactly.
They want deep stuff. They want connection. They want to be intrigued. They
And
don't
that's
want,
why
hey
their circles are
girl,
smaller. Yeah.
like,
I think I don't know what the in between word is, but I'm extroverted when it comes to my people, but I'm an introvert of like, I need my self time. If I don't have my self time, I'm just not right.
I think it's what fuels you. If you could plug you into the wall and charge you up, what charges you? Alone time or people time?
Probably alone time. That's what charges me.
Yeah.
Meditation, all that stuff.
Yeah. And see, I get charged by doing like this would, and now
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, this puts me in an energy. It's just like you get on camera and it adds 10 pounds like on TV. Well, it also takes away 10 pounds of energy. So you have to be like extra when you're, like everything, like that's how like lives are good. I understand that now. Don't get me wrong, when I get off of here, I go snuggle up and I am like a hermit. Okay, I'm ready for this.
I know, because we expend so much energy. Like
Yeah.
that's what we want to put out.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But then I can't wait to get into bed and listen to my meditation and take my CBD. Like I really know that I have good friends when they message me. Like I had a friend here for 2 weeks, and one of my girlfriends here in Arizona messaged me and was like, you look a little tired. Don't forget to meditate tonight. And I was like, oh, you're right. Like I totally need to do.
Yeah.
So I did, and I felt much better. Like those are my people, like here's a crystal. Don't forget to meditate tonight. Or like go for a drive, go take a breath, something. Like those are my people.
Yeah. Heck yeah. All right, girlfriend. This was fun. We should do
This
this
was,
like more often, like a little tea time.
yes, I would
Yeah.
love to. And
All right.
Thursdays are always awesome.
Okay.
Tea time Thursday.
Cheers. We got water. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, guys, thanks so much for joining us tonight. If you love this, I don't know, say encore. We'll be, maybe we can do some more. Her and I, Nicole, we do like Zoom calls often, and one of them we just recorded, and it's probably going to go up as a podcast because this is so fun. So
Mhm.
if you want more, type in encore, type in any keyword of anything that we said, and that will like trigger our mind to say, hey, let's talk about that. Okay.
Absolutely. And share your love. So if you could
Yes.
SHRE this video, share, share, share.
Thank you.
Sharing is caring.
All right. Good night, you guys. Bye.
Bye.